And that's the big question. Everybody wonders, well, what if I haven't worked enough? Or um, what if I haven't worked enough lately? The way that I'm going to be talking about disability mainly here in the US, but the things that I'm telling you and we're talking about are good for disability everywhere. So they're good things to know if anybody is wondering about that. Okay, so the way it works is your earnings are converted into credits to determine if you've worked enough. And in 2016, every year it changes. It takes $1,300 in income to qualify for one credit. That equals one work credit, and it's done by quarters. So if you've earned 5,216, you've earned 4 work credits. Each year's different, and the older you are, the more work credits you are going to need. So, in other words, if you are, if you're between 24 and 31, you must have worked half the time since you've turned 21. So that's pretty much how that works out. There are 2 tests that they use. They call 2 credit tests that they want you to pass to qualify. One is called your recent work test, and that's where you add up the credits. And the other one is called your duration of work test. So, for example, if you are under 24, you must have worked at least 1.5 years in the 3-year period before and leading up immediately to your disability. And that means you have to have earned at least 6 credits. The only exemption to that is if you're blind. But do not worry, because if you haven't earned these credits, this is for SSDI. There's SSI, which is based on a totally different system. If you haven't earned enough to qualify for SSD, you may still qualify for SSDI. They're both under Social Security Administration programs, and SSI has no work requirement. So it's based on financial need and disability. So don't fret. I know a lot of people panic. A lot of people think there's nothing out there for them if you haven't worked enough, but there is.